Yo, what's good? Your 413 here back in the day, and today I want to talk about a little leak coming to Forza. Now, we don't actually know what game this leak is going to apply to. It could apply to Forza Motorsport 7, which still has one car pack left on the table, or it could apply to Forza Horizon 4, which being so new still has many more months of car pass available, as well as Forza Launch Shop rewards and seasonal championships, and many other ways that a brand new car could be implemented into the game. Now, my bet is that it's probably going to make its way into both games simultaneously. So on the same day, it'll probably be available in Forza Motorsport 7, but it'll also be available in Forza Horizon 4, either via Forza Launch Shop or as a car pass car itself. We don't know what this is going to be. We don't actually even know what the model is. All we know is the make, but because the manufacturer is so small, it really leaves us only with one of two options. Now, the other thing is though, there is a third option, but that is a concept car that they produced, never actually ran, so odds are this car is out. I'm saying that this car is out right now. It has slim to none chance of getting into the game. So there are two different options that this car can be, but right now, let's actually go ahead and break down the leak, because I found this on Reddit the other day, and I'm surprised it took me so long, because this was posted 20 days ago over on Reddit by somebody named Reddit-kingxcorsa, and all it is a screenshot from Apollo Automobile's Instagram page where somebody had commented by the name of Big Bill 45 saying, "I want Apollo cars to come to Forza." And Apollo Automobile replied to him saying, "At Big Bill 45, soon," with a winky face emoticon. Now, we could take this two different ways. The first way, we could kind of take it as, you know, hey, we're Apollo Automobile, we want to put a car in Forza, and hopefully soon we will be able to do so. We're talking with the Forza and Turn 10 and Playground Games and all that sort of stuff, but it hopefully will be soon when this car comes. Or, the other option, which is the one that I'm more likely to believe, is that this car is coming soon, we've already had it scanned, it is coming to the game, do not worry, do not fret, everything will be okay, an Apollo car is coming into the game. But there are two different cars that it could be. They never really specifically mentioned what the model was. But there's two options of it, and one of them is a little bit more obvious than the other. Because one of the things that we've noticed here in Forza Horizon 4 is that a lot of old cars from previous Forza games, like the Xbox 360 versions like Forza Motorsport 3, Forza Motorsport 4, and Forza Horizon, those cars have been kind of making their way into Forza Horizon 4, like we saw the Lamborghini Gallardo Spider. Now, Apollo had a car back in Motorsport 3, Motorsport 4, and Horizon that could obviously make its way into Horizon 4, and it's been highly requested by a lot of players to make a comeback. And this is the Apollo N. Now, some of you guys may be saying, "Gur, what on earth is the Apollo N?" And a lot of you guys are looking at the screen right now going, "That's not an Apollo N, Gur, that's a Gumpert Apollo. What are you talking about? What have you been smoking?" Well, let me go ahead and explain this. Gumpert was a car manufacturer, a German car manufacturer specifically, and they are now owned by a Chinese company who got rid of the Gumpert name and changed the name to Apollo Automobile. And with this, they got rid of the Gumpert Apollo and instead rebranded it as the Apollo N. Now, this car is a very obvious choice of why it would come into the game. We already have experience with it in Forza, you know, it's been in the game before. It already kind of follows that pattern of other cars that have been in previous games making their way. But there is one other car that could be making its way into the game, and this is the car that I really, really hope will come, and that is the brand new Apollo IE, or Intensa Emozione. Now, here's the funny thing. They're calling it the Intensa Emozione. They're rebranding themselves to Apollo Automobile, and they're not spelling it like, you know, the English way. They're spelling it more in a Latin way. So it's really kind of bizarre, in my opinion. It's a German company that was originally produced, bought by a Chinese company, and they're trying to be Italian. I think it's hilarious. I really, really do. But the Apollo IE is an absolutely amazing car, powered by a 6.3 liter naturally aspirated V12, putting out 780 horsepower claimed with a top speed of 208 miles per hour. This thing looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the way this thing looks, and I kind of get that bizarre feeling that it looks very similar to a Mazda Ferrari. I get kind of that Mazda Ferrari vibe from the front end and from the back end, not really so much on the sides, but I get that Ferrari feel from it. And of course, we're probably never going to see the Mazda Ferrari come back into this game since it did burn down. The one and only copy of the car burned to the ground, which does suck. But guys, this car is absolutely gorgeous. Apparently when they were designing it, they were thinking about insects, and really I do see it in this thing. I see it so much. I love how this car looks. I'm not even sure if this is actually street legal or not. Apparently they did test it on the streets, so I can only assume it is going to be street legal, which is why I do think it'll make its way into Horizon 4, because if this was a track only car, I feel like it would be Motorsport 7 only all the way. But this thing looks absolutely insane, guys. I really want to see the Apollo IE, but I wouldn't be too mad either with the Apollo N. I loved the Gumpert Apollo when it was in the game. The only really complaint that I had with it is that it was called the Gumpert, and when I think of Gumpert, I think of slow and sluggish. I don't really think of a supercar, although I did hear, I think a lot of people thought the Gumpert Apollo was kind of ugly. I always liked its quirky looks, I really did. I kind of hope to see the Apollo N come into the game, or the Apollo IE. These are both two cars that would be absolutely amazing in this game. I absolutely would love it. When they'll show up, I don't know. What car it'll be specifically, I don't know. All we know is that it's probably going to be one of these two options. Apollo Automobile posted about it on their Instagram page. They said it's coming, so I kind of have to believe them. So but anyway though, that's where we're going to go and wrap things up for today. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Griffin13 and Instagram.com/Griffin13. If you guys like this video, go and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Bye!